How's everybody doing? It's been a little while since we have been going live in close to the wall next to the beach, and share this video. If you guys want to share this video, so we are live right here as the beach has opened again. The beaches are open. I'm having problems with my camera. Trying to take pictures. How's everybody doing? Let me flip the camera right here. For everybody that is watching, flip the camera to over here where I'm at. How's everybody doing? I'm right here. Let me see if I can get this light over to my side now. Flip the camera right there to the other side. Flip the camera to my side. It's been a little while since we have been live on the street, and I feel really happy I'm going live on the street. Really happy. So let us just flip the camera. Let's see if this is better. Oh, there we go. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. God bless everybody that is watching. We are live right here at the wall. Right here at the wall, where the beach is returned to activity. As you guys can see all the way to the back, you know, there's people right now congregating. All the way to the back, you will see a migrant shelter right here close to me, steps away from the wall. And activity is normal as possible. And, you know, the thing is that a lot of people have been stuck in their homes due to COVID restrictions and due to all of this that is going on with COVID, and it has prohibited them from going out. Basically from going out. Let me see if I can see the live chat, man. I don't see in the live chat. And, you know, it has been inevitable that it has been something inevitable that they are closing the beaches. And right now they're open again. As you guys can see, there's people right here on the beach, on the back, just walking over there. Things are getting back to normal. The difficult thing about this is that let's see how the protection of the border continues, and if the protection of the border is going to continue. This is number one. Number one thing. Let's see if the protection of the border continues, and let's see how the Border Patrol and the Mexican government starts acting in terms of protection to these kind of properties and these kind of places where, on the back of me, you will see a migrant shelter right there on the building that is a green building. Right there is a migrant shelter. So potentially you got people really close to the wall. That is, you know, it's a, you know, it's something that is provocative for people to just jump over and just be, you know, on a regular basis doing it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of illegal activity in this kind of place. We have been here so many times. This is my house, you know, this is my home right here. Let me go over here and put it right here on the back, so you guys can see the wall right here in the back. And, you know, this is pretty much, it is difficult for us to understand. You got some activity over there at the migrant shelter, but it's really difficult to understand how, you know, you got a migrant shelter that is really close to the wall. What kind of figures is that, man? They got some kind of saints on the migrant shelter. I don't even know what the hell they got over there, man. Holy cow. I will flip the camera right now so you guys can show it, so you guys can see it. So it's really nice to be outside. It's really nice to to be outside reporting. We're going to start doing it now every once in a while again. As you know, our reporting has always been based boots on the ground. We have been staying in the house for a little while and doing some reporting inside of the house. We're going to start doing some reporting, in the morning, like our local program that we do in the morning, and possibly in the afternoon or late at night. We will be, or we don't know, in the morning we will be doing some reporting on the ground, like you guys are seeing me right now, close to the wall. I have walked so many times these places, man, and I have reported so many times these places, and I have shown so many times these places. If it is going to go back to normal activity, the problem that is going to become a problem for everybody that is watching is that how the authorities are going to be containing the influx, as the influx has been growing in every part of every part of Mexico that connects to the United States of America. It has been growing. The most beautiful thing about this is that I see people, doing their normal activities. I see people going outside right now, right here. You see people right here on the top that they are just, enjoying the pier, enjoying the view. You see things that they are going back to normal, little by little. And this is, one of the most beautiful things about, beating this systematic COVID. And, this, as I mentioned it, everybody has their own opinion. But as I mentioned, it is for me, is to control the population. But everybody has their own theories. They're going to call me a conspiracy theorist because I have my own ideas and I have my own mind and I speak my own mind. So everybody that speaks their own mind is a conspiracy theorist now. You can't speak your own mind. You have to follow CDC guidelines and obey what the World Health Organization is telling you, and obey what Antonio Gutierrez from the United Nations that says that we don't know what isolation means. So we have to obey that for order to us to understand. But it's beautiful to be outside. Mostly, beautiful to be outside without a mask. In the beach, right here to the beach. It's beautiful to be outside without a mask, people. It's the most, I feel so free. I feel freedom. And, I wanted to come right now, late at night right here, to show everybody that we're going to start doing our boots on the ground work again, as we were doing and as we have been doing for the longest of time. Of course, security measures have changed a lot. And of course, a lot of things have changed. And ultimately, it has changed a lot. It has changed a lot, the way that we have to broadcast. It's not the way that it used to be. And we need to be careful, and we need to be really careful with our language. And, we need to be really careful with our reporting on not hurting and on not also assuming things that we don't see, and assuming things that we don't actually have knowledge of. So we need to actually, be more assertive. We have been assertive all this time, but we need to be, extremely more assertive now. And ultimately now, you cannot be, it's the human rights over here, the globalistic United Nations over here. So there's consequences if we don't, it's not that we are not following in terms of journalism, but we need to be, respectful as what it is to, journalistically talking to what other journalists in our city represent and how they're following the guidelines. So we need to open doors, not close doors. But ultimately, we need to fight. That is the number one thing. I have always stand against the United Nations, and I'm always going to be standing against the United Nations. The United Nations, for me, is an evil and demonic organization that is only taking advantage of migrants, and that is not protecting migrants, and is not helping children, as they are being trafficked enormously through Central America, South America, and the world. And it is not helping at all the necessity of a better life. Is not helping at all. It is a lie. Whoever says that George Soros is a philanthropist, he is not. He is only provoking a massive movement of immigration that conducts his own his own narrative and his own agenda, and it is comparable evidence about that. Look what is happening in right now in the borders with 21,000 unaccompanied minors that they are in detention centers in the United States of America. That tax tells you of the philanthropist George Soros on how he's helping children, right? Making them walk through countries and countries and countries and countries. It is just unbelievable. So we are always going to stand against the United Nations. We're always going to stand against this globalist agenda. We're always going to stand against the tyrannical left. We're always going to stand against the socialists and communists. That is our number one perspective, to stand against socialism and to stand against communism, and always try to do something to stop the enormous child trafficking that is occurring in our country. It is inevitably, something that potentially it is heartbreaking to see children being dropped off, at the other side of the wall. Right here, we are in Tijuana, Mexico. On the other side right there is the United States of America. That is Imperial Beach right there. And as you see over there, Imperial Beach, you can actually understand how close we are and how we need each other as neighbors, and how we need to protect each other, and how we need to help each other, and how we need to basically, give our hand to each other and respect each other. But ultimately, how we need to work together. That's the number one thing. We need to work together to stop this. This has to end. I did a live feed yesterday in English, and I did a live feed yesterday in Spanish. And it was heartbreaking to tell you guys the reality about stop the abuse on migrant kids, really. Let's stop that abuse. Let's do something about it. And in order for us to do something about it, there's something right now that the GOP is trying to do to stop child trafficking. And ultimately, it is to the immigration reform. You guys need to share immigration reform. You guys need to push immigration reform. You guys need to keep spreading immigration reform for the United States to clog those loopholes and to stop those loopholes that they're humongous. Those loopholes that the United States has in their immigration law are the ones that they have this humongous problem with unaccompanied minors. That is the problem. Immigration law of the United States of America, I cannot believe the most strongest country that exists in this planet is the most soft country in terms of immigration. It is unbelievable. So because of that, United States citizens now, they need to share information of independent media, try to help us out and share our news so the news can get out there and people can understand the reality of what is going on. Me sharing it over here in Mexico, my partner and colleague over there in El Paso, Texas, Anthony Agüero, and we got other people that they're also working at the borders, that they come to the borders, like Ben Berquam, our colleague also on America's Voice News, and also Will Johnson that also comes over here, and it works. But we need to support each other. We need to share our news. If we don't share our news, and if we don't do nothing about it, we are going to fail, and we're not going to accomplish anything. We are not going to accomplish anything. Child trafficking, it is a reality, people. Child trafficking, it is a reality. Human smuggling, it is a reality. Child abuse, it is a reality in the borders. Ultimately, also, not only that, but, rape, abuse towards women, it is another thing that is happening right now. And it is a humongous thing that is happening right now. And we need to stop it. We need to do something about it. This needs to stop. And, it's unbelievable that the left in the United States of America is not doing anything about it. Is not doing the reality of the things about it. Is not saying the truth about it. Is not spreading what it needs to be spread about it. Is not, it's not saying the truth. For God's sake, this is not about Democrat or Republican, really. This is not about left, and this is not about right. A lot of people on the left, they understand, and there's some people that they are coherent on the left, that they understand that the tyrannical left, it is just unbelievable, not only in the United States, but around the world. And some people are understanding that we have a problem, and we need to unite to stop it. It is, I have right here on my vest, I have right here the flag, and I'm honored to have this flag of the United States of America right here on the right, and on the left, I have the flag of my country that I adore, that is Mexico. And as I have done multiple broadcasts for 3 years, bilingual broadcasts in English and in Spanish. And if I could start doing, possibly this year I will start doing in another language, I will add another flag right there. And it's as many flags that I can add into my best, because this is about unity. This is about stopping this evil and demonic, what the hell is that? This evil and demonic movement was a dog. It's about to stop this evil and demonic movement. This is human modern day slavery, exactly. It's modern day slavery. They're using humans, people. They're using humans as a product. And I have been saying this consistently for the past live feeds. They're using human beings as product. And it is unbelievable how, you got a president on the other side of the wall right here that is the United States of America. Right here, let me see if I can get a little bit closer. Right here for you guys to see the better view right here. You got, you got a, right there. Right there. You got a, right there it says wall. You got a president on the other side of the wall, right here, that says that he has the borders control. That's what he's saying. He's saying that he has the borders control. It is a complete lie. It is an oblivious lie. And everybody on this side of our country of Mexico, everybody understands. Let me lower down the light a little bit. Where is it? I know it's too high. There's another one right here. That's as low as it can be. Everybody on the other side, and if people want to, how's everybody doing for the people that are joining in? Buy me a coffee. It is pinned right there. I believe that it's pinned. I don't know if it is not pinned or if it's pinned right there. Buy me a coffee. It's pinned right there on our broadcast. If you guys want to contribute to our independent reporting, thank you so much. We're live. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. I'm live outside, man. I'm live outside. Finally, COVID restrictions are pulling away. And finally, COVID restrictions are ending right here in our country of Mexico. And a lot of citizens that they are concerned about this situation that is occurring right now, like the migrant camp in El Chaparral, that, hopefully the new municipal president that comes in, that is Jorge Ramos, he already said that he's going to do something about it. And, it is unbelievable that he is going to act immediately to this effect, because he is with the people that they are small contributors in that particular area. And it is just, it's just unbelievable that we have another president on the other side of the wall right here. You have another president on the other side of the wall who's saying that he has the borders control. Right there, you got Buy Me a Coffee right there, pinned on the top. You got it right there. Let me just get to another view right here. It's better view. Let me just get to a better view right here. As I'm moving little by little to particular places, better places. Right there. It's way better. And you got Buy Me a Coffee right there on the top. The link is for people that want to contribute to our independent reporting. It's pinned right there on the top. And you in Playas, bro? Yes, I am. Yes, I am in Playas. So it is just, and don't worry. And it's just unbelievable that we need to understand. We need to understand the reality of this problem. And the most important thing about is not only, for me, for American citizens, it is about Biden. Biden is doing things wrong. Biden is messing things up. Biden is not contributing to his country. Biden is not doing things correctly. Biden is ultimately ruining his border policy, and Biden is ruining his country. Biden is providing nothing but incentivization to the organized crime. That is what Joe Biden is doing. But what is the people going to do to stand against this tyrannical movement, this open border mafia? What is the people of the United States going to do against the left and some people from the right that they are ultimately corrupt? And also, what is the Mexican people going to do? Yesterday's video of a young kid yelling at the border wall, "Don't leave, mama, don't leave me." It's heartbreaking. It is just heartbreaking, that video that we saw. It is unbelievably heartbreaking. And it is just more heartbreaking that we still, we still, hola, that we still, are under this assumption that nothing is happening on the other side of the wall. There's nothing is happening, that everything is okay, that everything is being handled by these demonic nonprofit, some demonic nonprofit organizations. Some of them are doing a good job, but some of them are doing a horrific job. Some of them are doing a horrific, horrendous job. And, it is inevitable that we need audits and that we need to start auditing these nonprofit organizations, as this needs to happen. It is a reality, people. This needs to happen. Let me put the tripod a little bit up. Hold on a second. Let me flip the camera for you guys to see this view. It's a beautiful view tonight. This is how the economy has reactivated again. There is the migrant shelters. You see they got like some kind of saints outside of the shelter that I don't know what the hell is it. It's a guardian saint. It says right there, guardian saint, and I don't know what kind of saints are those, but that is the undocumented cafe right there. That's a migrant shelter that is this close to the wall. Look at it. Look how close it is, man. So we have been here multiple times, and I'm walking around right now, just, telling you guys how that it has been open and it is active again. This is active again. It is for us, something that is great because it reactivates the economy. It reactivates the economy, and ultimately, and ultimately, we have these kind of places where it was closed. This was closed, people. This right here was closed, and now it's open. Let me just put it right here for everybody. Now it's open. I'm showing you guys back here. That's the migrant shelter. Back here is the migrant shelter, and it's unbelievably, we need to know there's people right there on the bottom, trying to potentially just, as normal as possible as it can be. People are just enjoying again that this is going back to normal, and people are basically enjoying, that it's not closed anymore. The beaches are not closed anymore. But like I was saying, we are this close to the wall. We are this close to this particular place. And the problem now is, what are we going to do now? We have seen multiple irregular crossings. We have seen, enormous influx through the borders of Tapachula. We have seen enormous influx to every border. We had traveled to Guatemala and Tapachula 3 times. We have seen all this kind of stuff. What are we going to do now? As we are going to start broadcasting you guys live from different places, and we're going to start broadcasting you guys live from multiple different places, and give you guys, the live video on what is the population going to do now? What are we going to do as a community? What are we going to do as a society? What are we going to do to... Buenas noches. What are we going to do now as a community? What are we going to do now as a society? And what are we going to do now to stop this enormous influx? And not only that, the enormous child trafficking that is occurring at every border, it is humongous. And it's one of the things that we need to understand now. As we know now, that every day there's people crossing irregularly. We know that every day people are jumping and people are using, protocols that they don't have to use. People are abusing the system. People are doing this. People are doing that. We understand that. We have broadcast for 3 years, and I believe that it's time for us to do something about it. And I think number one step is for us to basically acknowledge. Hold on one second. Buenas noches. Is to basically acknowledge that we have a problem. That's number one. Number one is to basically acknowledge that we have a problem. Number two, after we acknowledge that we have a problem, how can we provide help to stop this enormous, child trafficking that is occurring? Abuse to kids, to migrant kids. That is the number one. That is a reality. You guys have seen multiple videos of, migrant kids being abused. Let me sit down right here for a minute. Multiple videos of migrant kids being abused. You guys have seen multiple videos of irregular crossings of kids just being thrown out to the other side of the fence. Right here you see the fence right here, as close as I am, as all the time as I have broadcast, multiple times close to the wall. And this is the most important thing. As jump in the border tonight. What kind of comment is that, man? There's people on these live feeds that they throw really, inadequate comments. But really, it's just what is more important is to understand what now the second step. That is, what are we going to do? Buenas noches, jefe. Buenas noches. What are we going to do? And I believe that it's time, as both of us, people in the United States of America, people in Mexico, ultimately, people around the world, that they are, basically affected by this. As last night's video, it was heartbreaking what I just saw. A young kid yelling at the top of his lungs for his mother to not leave him alone, to not leave him, abandoned. And they left him abandoned. They abandoned this 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid. They abandoned him, and it's just, I cannot believe, this is Mexico right here. We're on Mexican territory, but I cannot believe the trauma of that kid. Abandoned, left basically to survive on his own. 5 or 6 years old, left to survive on his own. And what are we going to do about that? It is okay for me, and thank you for everybody that is contributing to Buy Me a Coffee. God bless you guys. God bless everybody that is watching. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link if you guys want to contribute to our independent reporting. Thank you so much. This is another part of the wall that I have been multiple times right here. Multiple. And it is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to start reporting on what are these, people are doing, trafficking children, taking advantage of children, taking advantage of that they are minors and they can achieve the political asylum and loopholes? Are we going to do something about it? Because that is the most important thing. And I believe the United States citizens need to understand that. Since I'm walking and you guys can see me as I'm walking, I believe that you guys need to understand that you guys need to push for immigration reform. That's the number one thing. Push for immigration reform. That's the number one thing, people. You guys need to push for immigration reform, for these loopholes to be closed, for these loopholes to stop, for these loopholes to not be open anymore, and for these loopholes to be punishable. You know, the GOP, and I will be posting about it, I will be talking about it tomorrow morning at a program, what the GOP is trying to do, and how the GOP is going to be punishing people that they are cheating on these loopholes, using children, ultimately using children, and also not only how many years they're going to punish these individuals. They're using children, and if they're using children, and they're going to start using children, the GOP wants to punish these people by 10 years in prison. And I believe that that is not even enough. I believe that that is punishable. 10 years, I believe that that is punishable. Yeah, 10 years it is punishable, but you are abusing a child, a migrant child, a migrant minor, an unaccompanied minor, a child that is indefensive, a child that doesn't have no way to defend himself. And God knows what you have done to him, and you are also cheating on immigration law and cheating to achieve a political asylum into another country, to forge a marriage, to forge a family, to achieve incorrectly and illegally a process. So I believe 10 years is not even punishable. I believe that it needs to be more punishable. But if they're trying to do something about it, you guys need to start pushing for this to be done. You guys need to be pushed this for it to be accomplished. You guys need to be pushing this to work, basically to work. Because if people don't start doing nothing about it, and if you don't support Operation Sentinel, let's say a lot of people don't like Alejandro Mayorkas from the Department of Homeland Security, but he's trying to do something with Operation Sentinel. Operation Sentinel, it is an operation that is going to stop inevitably the funding of these nonprofit organizations that are taking advantage of these loopholes. So it is, in a way, it is helping. Oh my God, I almost fell right here on the side of the wall. It is helping. In a way, it is going to help. It's going to help. So this Operation Sentinel that Alejandro Mayorkas is trying to start is to stop, to hurt him in the pocket. So let's support that. On the side of the United States of America, on my side of Mexico, I'm trying to do the best that I can to spread the news over here and to basically, you know, expose these non-NGOs that they are from the United States of America, that they are operating in our country of Mexico without a permit. Number one. Number two, we need to unite with information, and you guys need to push for immigration reform. And every time that the GOP is saying, you know what, we are going to do this law that it will prohibit people from abusing migrants and from abusing unaccompanied migrants, kids, minors. God's sake, let's push it, man. Let's push it. And let's unite. We have been doing this broadcast 3 years, showing you guys openings of the wall. We have shown multiple times irregular crossings, ladders put on the wall, how people are crossing underneath tunnels. We have gone on water rafts across to Guatemala. We have been in the jungle. We have been in the sea. We have been in the mountains. We have been into thousands of shelters. We have walked through deserts. We have done so many things. I believe that it's time, after 3 years, that we start doing something. That is the number one thing. It is inevitably, now it is the time to start uniting and to start doing something. God bless you all. Have a beautiful night. We're about to start doing some independent reporting again on the floor, boots on the ground. You know, I love that. That is my thing, man. That is my thing, doing boots on the ground work. Now that we, that we heard some, a few things here and there, we are now more, secure and more, and I'm really happy that is again happening. So I'm going to start, doing some independent reporting on the ground for every single one of you guys, and ultimately giving you guys information of what is happening right here and how the enormous influx that is happening around our borders. And let's stop child trafficking, man. Let's stop that. Let's try to do something about it, man. Let's try to do something. It's not just sharing, and it's not just tweeting. It's not just reading articles. It's not just that. Let's start doing something about it. And let's unite. Thank you so much for every single one of you that has contributed to Buy Me a Coffee. I cannot read, I'm live, so I cannot read the comments on Buy Me a Coffee. Sometimes I can read them, sometimes if I was sitting down on the office, I can read them. Tomorrow morning, don't miss the show, as we're going to have, the GOP statement about how much is going to be punishable for people that are using minors and for people that they're abusing migrant childs and migrant kids. Migrant kids. Also, we are going to start doing something real fun, that is reading our hate mail. Because I believe that I need to start doing that, man. So I will start reading our hate mail, like hate messages and the trolls that they come into life. They want time, man. I will give you time. So I will start, just laughing at them, man. I will start reading the hate mail. I will start doing that once a week. Also, don't miss, every Friday I am doing a Buy Me a Coffee supporter exclusive video for supporters, as we give extra information over there. So become a supporter at Buy Me a Coffee. And also, I post pictures over there. And ultimately, there's going to be a podcast over there and Buy Me a Coffee. Follow me at Facebook, follow me at YouTube, follow me on Instagram, follow me at Telegram and my channel Telegram. Also follow me at Rumble, and follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero. Also, you can follow him in all the platforms that I just mentioned. Stay safe. God bless you all. Stay safe again. Peace and love. Let's end, man. Let's do something, man. Let's start doing something. I believe that it's time. God bless you all. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love. Because always, your country's first. God bless.